Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel, My Truth. I'm your host, Jess with the Most, and today we're going to be diving in and speaking about something that is really important: mental health. Mental health comes in different ways. Some of it is generated because of hurt. What do you mean by that? Emotional damaged individual. You have heard the saying: hurt people hurt other people. Well, we don't want to just focus on the hurt. We want to focus on how we can heal from the hurt. And for that, we have a special guest. Yes, our special guest today is Beautiful Minds, their host, Jamie Taylor. And all this is thanks to the connection made by Copic Production. So stay tuned and let's dive in together into healing.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Beautiful Minds podcast. My name is Jamie. I am a licensed professional counselor. I see clients from adult age all the way to children ages, and I am here to talk with beautiful minds like yours surrounding certain topics. And we're here with Jess, who is the host of My Truth, right? YouTube channel. And so I'm excited to talk with you today. You selected a couple of topics, one of which you brought on your own. And so today we're going to be talking about emotionally damaged individuals and relationships. And then we plan to segue, right, into spiritual and mental health, personal journey of faith.
Yes.
So tell me, Jess, what made those topics hit home for you?
Wow. So with the first one, emotionally damaged individuals, it's a personal experience. And interesting because it tied in with the second topic of the spiritual journey. It's a personal journey of faith. So it tends to be that when you go through difficulties in life, and it really depends, what you believe becomes really true for you. So they really became my safe haven. Both of them tied in together.
Got it. So what is your experience when it comes to that first topic, right? Emotionally damaged individuals. Are you emotionally damaged? Were you dating emotionally damaged individuals?
You know, if we're going to be transparent about that, let's be honest, we all have a little bit of damage, baggage, but it depends how heavy it comes, you know.
Right.
For me personally, my baggage, I think, came to light throughout the process. That's how I realized that there was a baggage.
Got it.
But the individual itself that I was dating at the time, we make a lot of mistakes when it comes to relationship, not realizing that the person that we're dating may not be what we envision or thought of them to be.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we fall into denial of who they really are and accepting them for who they are. So I think that play a portion for me of my accountability in the relationship.
So what is your accountability specifically?
I just created this idea of this individual being something that they were not.
Got it.
You know, it's like how you envision yourself.
Right.
Well, let me correct that. It's kind of how God sees us, but we're not seeing ourselves.
So when did you become enlightened, and what did you do about it?
Man, that's a tough question. And I'm going to keep it real.
All right.
After the exchange of words, I had a moment of quietness completely. Okay. I've heard people have so many different versions of this. You know, when you have an argument, you just don't shut down. You talk about it. But my experience, once again, have shown me that I'm not too productive when I try and have conversations with individuals who are not receptive.
Got it.
So you can have a conversation, but the person don't want to hear what you got to say.
Right.
It just, for me personally, it puts me in a mode of shutdown.
Got it.
And either that, or I go way on the left field, which is anger, lash out. Exactly.
Right.
So for whatever reason, I've been working through those emotions.
Okay.
And once again, God pushed me into the silent mode where I don't say not a word. And through that silence is where I discover a lot more things that just put me in the frame of, you know what? Something got to break.
Right.
Something got to give, and it's not going to be me. So I got to find a solution that is going to work, amicable for everybody.
Right.
But you can try that, but a lot of times, once again, don't go your way.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say basically is, I'm packing my list. What I did.
The deuce.
Chug the deuce.
Got it.
Yeah.
Was that difficult? Because I feel like leaving any relationship dynamic requires discomfort of some sort.
It did. It actually did. I think it was more of a discomfort of everything that you invested. And I'm not talking about the material things.
No, yeah.
We're talking about the emotions,
Absolutely.
the time,
Yes.
the compromising,
Yep.
the sacrifices. But ultimately, the truth is going to come out.
Mhm.
So for me, I had to find a way to break out of it without breaking myself
Absolutely.
through the process.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it was a discomfort, a lot of anger, crying.
Pain.
Don't talk about the pain. Don't get me started on the pain. Don't get me started on the pain.
Yeah, pain.
You put up a good front. That's what everybody says. Everybody sees me and say, man, nothing bothers you. I say, not really. It's just that I have got to a point where I don't have the luxury anymore of just letting things break me down to the point where I cannot get back up.
Right.
So I got to know when to walk away. And that's the hardest part.
That's the only thing that's within your control.
Yes.
Well. Yeah.
Yes.
So one thing that I always say, and people who know me have heard me say it 50,000 times in therapy or whatever the case may be, is an awareness plus a willingness to be uncomfortable is what equals change, right? And so a part of the discomfort is pain, right? Pain is inevitable. As long as we are living, breathing beings, we can, expect to experience emotional pain, right?
Yes.
Pain also comes with messages, right? Most people avoid, they'll run, they'll engage in maladaptive behaviors so that they don't have to sit in the discomfort of the pain long enough to get the messages, right? And so you said that you had a period of sitting.
Yes.
So what messages came with the pain?
It's interesting because in my past, I did not do the sitting. I did the whole, what this culture now is embracing, one nail takes out another nail. Nobody wants to do the work.
Right.
So it kind of brings us into that whole, everybody want everything microwave because they don't want to do the self-awareness, be a better individual. Or I do, but it's only a 50% work that I'm doing. I still have not tapped into the root of the issue.
Got it.
So the way it happened this time around for me, I personally say it has nothing to do with me. It was all divine. It was all divine because I had to deal with it by myself.
Right.
This other individual had their distractions.
Got it.
But I was dealing by myself. So I knew that this time around was not about anybody else, but about me. So I had to deal and try and figure out me.
Yep.
And if I can get me together, that means I'm going to be a better person overall, better human being, better sister, better friend, better partner, a better Christian. If I can get the core right, everything else is going to fall in place.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty much what I did.
Okay. Which is important, right?
Yes.
And so, like you referenced before, maybe your partner or other people that we date, maybe they'll avoid, and so they lose that opportunity for growth through the self-awareness, right? And so I'm glad to hear that you're one of those people who have learned to kind of pause and connect.
We're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
So you're still in the process of learning and getting the messages. Is what I'm hearing you say.
Definitely. Because, nobody's perfect.
Right.
I had my moments.
Right.
Literally had my moments. I just wanted to choke the person. Because now you're dealing with your emotions, opposite than dealing with your own inner peace and seeking and trying to hold on to it. Because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to hold on to your peace when you are in pain.
Right.
When you're trying to navigate and get out of it.
Right.
I just sitting here thinking about it, it's like I picture myself, with a crab, you're trying to get it, throw it in there and get it to cook, and you it's trying to climb itself out of there, out of that heat. That's how it felt. Pretty much that's what it was. It was just trying to survive.
Yeah. And at least you're learning some triggers, your boundaries, your likes, your dislikes, your non-negotiables. You know what I mean? The threshold when it comes to the wrath and the contempt and the anger, right? The line that can push you over the edge. One thing that people don't necessarily connect with in terms of sitting in the pain and getting the messages, how could you cause pain? How do you cause pain? How can you trigger other people? Have you gained that awareness and clarity yet?
I think part of it depends on the individual. Like, for instance, I know it used to drive her nuts, my silence. Perhaps it caused her pain. Because when you're so used to somebody just constantly talking to you and interacting with you, and for you to remove yourself completely, it's like maybe I caused her pain in that fashion.
Okay. Just
removing myself, not speaking, not saying a word, like treating her like a complete stranger.
Got it.
So that at the end could have been part of me causing her pain.
Got it. Got it.
I can go based on assumption. I caused her pain maybe during the relationship. Not meeting the needs that she had, based on the expectations that she had, that she may have not clearly communicated,
right? Okay,
or assumed that I should know,
right?
Assumptions in relationships
That's
are
not gonna work.
So, I think we need to do something about that.
Yeah.
Can we just be complete adults, communicate freely, clearly, and say, hey, listen, I want you to cook every day.
Right.
I come from work, I need a hot plate.
Right.
Or you know what, hon? Why you leave your shoes here?
Right.
I clean up. Can you put it up?
Right.
Set your expectations to be clear. Don't leave it for assumption.
But again, if a person isn't doing the work and gaining the clarity of who they are, their needs, their wants, their likes, so on and so forth, then they're not going to have the language to meet, in that conversational period when it comes to communicating what they need and want.
And I think that's the problem. I think that's the biggest problem that I encounter for me personally in this relationship.
Got it.
Is that if you don't put in the work,
right,
and you want your relationship to work, of course.
Right.
Nobody goes into a relationship thinking, I want it to fail.
Right.
After a year, it's going to fail.
Right.
If you do, then you need not to be in a relationship. But if both parties are not doing the work together, you're not going to have a healthy relationship.
Right.
It's just the bottom line.
Right. Yeah. And just therapist hat on. The shutting down, that we call that stonewalling. It can be painful, but at least you're aware of that as well. All of us, none of us are exempt. We all cause pain, literally. I'm a whole therapist and I cause pain. You know what I mean? So glad that you were able to have that period and connect, so on and so forth. Anything else you feel?
Just working through it. I'm still working through it. I still have my moments of anger and frustration towards myself. Because it could be avoided.
What do you mean it could be avoided?
I'm still working on that.
Okay.
The whole fact of giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Anybody that knows me, that's the first thing that comes out of my mouth.
Got it.
Well, give them the benefit of the doubt. But when people show you who they are, you gotta take it for what they're saying.
Got it.
And that's my accountability part. That's what I've learned. Stop. doing it, because the signs are always there. Red flags always going to be there.
Oh yeah.
But for me, which I'm sure a lot of us do, we see them, but we say, well, maybe not with me, you know. I'm different, you know.
Let me just love them through it.
Exactly. Exactly. And before you know it, they're really telling you, like, I'm selfish.
Right.
I'm self-centered.
Yes.
It's all about me.
Yes.
But sometimes it might be about you.
Right.
So here's where my awareness comes in. I have to be aware if I want to deal with that.
Right.
I have to set my boundaries from the beginning and not wait to when I'm in the relationship to start setting them. And at times, even if you set them from the beginning, don't compromise on them.
Right.
Because compromising on your boundaries means that you are going to eventually lose yourself.
Literally.
So, like I said, a lot of awareness is coming out of this experience.
Got it. That kind of segues back into the rose-colored glasses that you brought up at the beginning. So that's one thing that you're taking away, is that take the red flags when you first see them.
Yes.
Stop giving the benefit of the doubt.
No more in 2024. No more benefit of the doubt is being given.
Got it. Yeah. Well, Jess, I appreciate your vulnerability, and your candidness, and, you know, allowing me a peek in. So yeah, as we wrap up, is there anything else that you feel, you know, that's left unsaid related to this topic?
I think for everybody that goes through difficulties in life, I think it would be important to hold on to something that is a strong foundation for you. Mm-hmm. It's like a lifeline. Absolutely. Whether it be family, friends, your faith.
Absolutely.
To help you navigate through those difficult times.
Right.
And remember that you're not alone. Mm-hmm. Seek support in whatever fashion that is, even professional. Because at the end of the day, there are things that are not clear to us that God may have gave to someone else to help you through that process.
Absolutely.
So by all means, I will always encourage anybody. There's no shame in asking for help.
And I guess what I hear you saying is find your anchor, right? We all need some sort of anchor, whether it's in spirituality, religion, oneself, right? Find that anchor to kind of ground you. But again, that wraps up Beautiful Minds podcast, and I appreciate you joining us.
I don't cook.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.